Hello, my loves, and welcome back to another reading. I've been away for a little while, and I just wanted to give a little upfront update. December has been such a very strange month. I was very tired at near the beginning of the month, and then I did some readings in a week, and then everything just kind of like, I don't know. Well, no, I do know. We ended up having an accident driving back from my sibling-in-law's Christmas dinner, and it wasn't a bad accident. You know, I have a little bit of bruising right here from the airbag. It was honestly the best accident we could have gotten into. Nobody was really hurt, and we got home fine, and the only unfortunate part is now we need a new vehicle. But it feels like this December is like that final death, that final door closing on our old lives. I know this is very much true for me. You know, I have had quite a time. Honestly, you know, I was thinking about this the other day. For the last, 15 years, it's just been a time, and now that door is closing, and I have reseated myself, but in the most truest form of myself, the most expanded version of myself. And I'm saying all of this just because I feel like that might also be the case for you too, if you are called to this reading. So, what I wanted to do today was do a 2026 reading for us all, because this year coming feels so different. It feels, again, like a death of our old selves. This song that came up, I just ended up shuffling on one of my playlists, and what ended up popping up for me to listen to while I do this reading is How Death Comes by the Medieval Babes. Of course it came up, you know? So, let's get into what's going on in 2026. And this is the Yule deck from the Seasons of the Witch series. And I want to get an overview of this year with this deck. What is 2026 going to be for us? Spirit, ancestors, our highest and deepest selves. This card wants to pop out, so we're going to let it come out. Turning inward. Inside this veil of bone and flesh, I lay my soul to sleep. All the truths within thy breath have come to greet me. What I'm seeing with this, these candles here that have been lit over our heart space, those are coming to set the fire now. They are coming to be that beacon in the night. Every fire starts off as a small spark, right? And now we have lit 3 candles with this. Now we have more power with this. Now is the time to grow this. Turning inward to reflect on what it is. Oh, I'm getting the message. Sorry. I'm getting the message right now. I'm picking 3 more cards because this is the first quarter of the year. So this is January to March, okay? Turning inwards, it makes sense, especially if you're in the northern half of the hemisphere and you're in winter. This is the time for hibernation. This is the time for turning inwards. I forget what my point was before I got interrupted by that thought, but that's okay, because sometimes the thoughts come and you just got to go with it. You got to go with the flow of it. So this is the first quarter. And for the second quarter, we are going to get, and this is between April to June, Yule log. Insert me with a bleeding thought, a sacred creation birthed from thee. I am God, I am goddess, I am creation and the creator. So this is telling me, this is, I mean, especially with the, you know, the meringue, mushrooms here, but just that imagery of mushrooms, that life coming from death, that the cycle that we all go through, the cycle that we just had, because 2025 was the death of our old selves. And now what comes from that, what gets to come from that is the new self to grow from the detritus, from the rotting of our old self. I just want to remind you, because it's something I always forget too, that we don't ever sort of truly, like, our old selves don't truly die, but their ability to steer things does. My younger selves are still here in my heart space with me. I get to bring them along, but I'm in the driver's seat. I am the one who is moving us forward now, and I've asked them to trust me because I know now, especially after 2025, I know now who I am. And I think you know now who you are. And it's time to grow from all the people that you have been into who it is you have always been called to be in this life. And I just want to point out here too, we've got 3 candles and 3 candles. Okay, I'm actually going to, do I want to? Yes, actually that makes sense, because I'm going to pull some from the Letha deck, I believe. Which one is this? I believe this is the Letha deck, because that's my Samhain deck and the Mabon deck. And then I got Letha, but not Lemus, that's right. Okay, so Letha, which is midsummer, right? So we have this building up to the midsummer tide. So between July and September, what is coming for us, Spirit? This is a problem with having small hands and these big old decks. Oh, we have 2 here. Okay. We have the Mermaid. Let the allure of the mythical siren seduce your curiosity. Magic awaits. This is absolutely perfect. And the Country Cottage. It is time for the seeker to look within. What haunts you can only be faced by you. This is the Mermaid card. And this is the Cottage. Now, this is very interesting because this really ties into what my reading for my forecast for this coming year has been. Summertime and building up to the solstice, the, midsummer, is always a very energetic time for me. It is always the time where I am really getting into the full capacity of what my brain and my energy can do. I'm at full capacity of energy. I'm at full capacity of brain power. And this is the time where I know that I can create the most, right? You have to use that. You have to allow your desires to guide you, your pleasures to guide you. because those things are sacred and holy. The creative force that we have within us, and the creative force that we seek outside of us, but that we can go and be part of, is so important to us being completely ourselves. Okay, so it's very important that this summer, between, you know, midsummer and September up to Mabon, you need to allow yourself to be playful, allow yourself to follow your heart, to follow your desire, to follow that pleasure, and live your life in pleasure. We've done all this growing because of all the death and experience and all the things that we've, been through. Now is the time to be in this flow state, right? Country cottage. Now, this is where it's also very in tune with the reading I did for myself this summer. For August, I got the Three of Hearts. And it wasn't a heartbreak of, any sort of like outside force. It was me being in my own damn head. I clarified this as I was doing the reading because I want to sort of make sure, but this was the message that was coming through, and I feel like it's important for us here as well. You deserve everything. You deserve joy and abundance and wealth and love and good health. You deserve everything. And I mean, even at this cottage, we know that everything is here for us, right? I know it is very difficult for so many of us to accept that we are worthy. Accept that we are worthy of everything that we all desire and we are all deserving of simply by existing, okay? We shouldn't have to earn a beautiful life. And yet they make it harder and harder for us to do that, right? So definitely get out of your head. And me to myself, get out of your head. It's just an adjustment of sort of like seeing all the abundance around us, seeing all the beauty around us, seeing all the joy and pleasure, from following our desires that we've brought into our life. And then thinking, well, wait a second, I don't deserve this. I didn't earn this. I'm not worthy of this. No. We need to look that voice right in the eyes and tell them, you deserve everything. I see you. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of the things that you believe. But what you believe is simply not true. Okay. Now let's do the last 3 months of 2026. Sunstone. In the in the uniqueness of who you are lives a world yet to be discovered. Yes. Oh, this is so perfect because there's a video that I want to do on my music channel, actually. I also do like sort of creator what word am I looking for here? Basically what it's like to be a creator and the things that I think about as a creator. Not necessarily in the process, but in the understanding of myself. And here's the thing. Part of it is this. It's getting into this pleasure and desire and joy and being your weirdest freaking self, because that is the self that is going to make you the most happiest, the most free, the most glowing and vibrant. We're wearing the sun, that sun over our heart space, and we're able to express it. That's very, very beautiful for this year. Very perfect. It really goes in with what I've been feeling, getting for myself. So This is absolutely perfect. Now, what I would like to do, this is going to be a little bit of a longer reading if you couldn't already tell, but I would like to just break it down. Actually, do I want to put these cards up here so I keep them out? I might actually. Okay, I'm just going to pause for a sec. All right, we're back. And I'm going to be using the When Women Had Wings deck for each of the months. All right. What is... Whoa, hello. Okay, well, here we go. All right, this is perfect for January. Yes, 8 of Cups. So there is something that we just have to finally let go of. Obviously, you know, as we've seen with this, these cards up here, that 2025 has been a year of death. You know, this whole sort of reading is starting with that. Whatever is left that you know you need to let go of, you just need to let it go. I'm going to actually be journaling for myself some of the things that I know that for me are things that I need to let go of. I don't feel like there's a lot. Don't be very nitpicky with yourself. You will know what these things are as you just live your life, because you're going to see, you're going to know the more that you embody the truest version of yourself, the more you are going to know what it is that doesn't fit anymore. And even though it brought you comfort before, it is not meant for you now. It is not really bringing you much nourishment now. Yeah. Okay, so that's January. What is coming for us in February, Spirit? Woo! King of Pentacles. This is a very good card to get. And also very in line with, again, my own reading for myself, but also things that I have also seen astrologically. For myself, I'm a Taurus. But King of Pentacles, this is somebody who has it all, who is very wealthy in the material way, but the material way also means, like, for me anyway, it means rooted into our lives. It means rooted into our relationships. The things that we have here on this planet, you know, being these corporeal beings, these people who are, these spirits come to live in these bodies. We have everything that we need here. February, you might be, I mean, there might be money coming in. There might be the ability to finally see that, oh wait, my life is going to be set for the rest of it. Everything is going to be fine. There are no more financial worries here. Beautiful. Okay. What is coming in? Actually, I'm just going to do a little bit more of a shuffle here. What is coming in for March of 2026, Spirit? The Eight of Swords. Interesting, we've got these two eights here. So again, dealing with our own perceived, not reality, our own self-perceived limitations, our own self-perceived inabilities. We are the ones who are keeping ourselves here in this space. Nothing else. It is us. I mean, look at how loose these ribbons aren't even tying this person together. These ribbons are just flapping loosely in the wind. There is nothing here really keeping us tied down. Again, I feel like, especially because, you know, the 8 and the 8 here, This could be tied to some of the things that you need to let go of. Here, in that emotional way of, again, like I said, it could be a comforting thing just because it's familiar that you were letting go. Something, honestly, I'm seeing it's more of a thought pattern. Just a very familiar thought pattern. And then here, it's, how do I want to say that? It's like, I mean, we still have the water here too. I'm just seeing these two cards as they are reflections of ourselves, but this one is trying to harm us more, trying to keep these harmful things here. But you have to let it go. You have to let it go. You have to unblindfold yourself. You have to understand that you can walk with even these ribbons tying you up. You can walk away from this. You have to let these things go. All right. Let's go to April. Oh, beautiful. Very beautiful. We have the Four of Wands. This is happiness and celebration and beautiful community and possibly a new house. I mean, we have the King of Pentacles here in February, so this is possibly a new house. This is graduation, up leveling, basically. You know, like in just these beautiful, beautiful ways that, you know, because this is the Wands, this is the suit of fire and passion. This is something that feeds our souls. This is something that is going to be able to set us up in a grounded way. 4 is a very stable number, right? This is able to set us up in a very grounded way in order to allow our passions to move through us in such an easy way, because it is going to be celebrated. Never keep everything to yourself. That's what I'm also hearing with this card too. Celebrate with those you love, those that understand you. You know, whether you're an artsy person like me and you need to go find your other artsy friends, you know, who really understand the process of what you do as a creator, you know, but even your family, even your other friends who may not be artsy at all, celebrate with them. Because when you what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think I can find it, but when you celebrate the things that are so meaningful for you, you also show that there is space for them to share the things that they are very excited about and want to celebrate as well. And then you celebrate with them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. April, good month. Good month, April. We're getting out of our head here. Okay, what is coming in for May, Spirit? Oh my goodness. Well, a gift from the cosmos, a gift from Spirit. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. This year, I mean, we have the King of Pentacles here, right? We have this grounded, very, I see the King and the Queen as very connected to the Ten of Pentacles in that legacy sort of way, in that long-lasting, very grounded growth of wealth and abundance. And I mean wealth in all meanings of that word. You know, the wealth of the love that we have in our lives, the wealth of the joy and happiness and health, you know, all of the good things that are, well, the good things of life, right? We have another gift coming in here. We have another gift coming in May. The universe wants to give you a gift because it knows how hard you have been working. It knows how hard it can be being a human on this planet. The universe is recognizing you and saying, here, this is for you. This is to add to what you have already gotten, so that you can plant this seed that we're giving you and make of it what you will. Beautiful, beautiful. What is coming in June? Interesting. We have the Hermit. Oh, do you know what I'm getting here? Oh, we left a couple cards here, actually. I'm getting from this, we've gotten this gift, and now we are contemplating it and infusing it with our energy, our magic. And so whatever this gift is that we get in May, June will be a time of really sort of, ooh, what's the word I'm looking for here? We're looking for a lot of words tonight. I'm tired. The accident did take it out of me. I am feeling much more energetic, you know, mentally and physically, but it's still a little here and there. But we are taking the wisdom that we have gained in this life from all of the things, all of the people that we've been, all of the experiences that we've had, and the uncovering of our truest self that we could be. And we are infusing this gift with that energy. Beautiful. This is, I mean, the first half of the year looks pretty great. You know, just this dealing with our mental, just grasping at these things that felt familiar. But my love, things are changing here. Things are really changing. And a new world is opening up for you. Probably a world that you have been yearning for a long time, right? But it is opening up for you. And hopefully, you know, we'll see what the rest of the months are. But hopefully, come April and moving forward, we understand that we need to move forward with this joy and this passion and this celebration, and take this seed, this gift from the gods, from the universe, and oh my goodness, filter the cosmos through your self into this seed, and make a beautiful seed of a world here. I think that's something that a lot of us need to do going forward. We really need to seed the future that we want to have. All right, let's get July. Ooh, the Emperor. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes. So from April onward, we are building up to this beautiful Emperor energy. We are going to be feeling very seated in our power. This is very seated in action-oriented power. That masculine, you know, gender doesn't, whether you are a masculine or a feminine, it doesn't matter. This is you seated in your masculine, action-oriented power. You are going to be doing something with this Ace of Pentacles, and you are going to be doing it in your most self-sovereign way. Ooh, this is beautiful energy. This is very beautiful energy, because you've taken the time to decide, to understand what it is that you want to put into this gift and build on it. Oh, to plant it. Also, you see, well, I don't know if the color's picking up very well because we have nighttime coloring and the salt lamp, but we have green in the background as well here. So while the Emperor, you know, very sort of associated with Aries and that fiery power, but the Emperor is also all of the suits, right? He is the king of kings. So the king of all four kings. He is intellectual and very grounded and wealthy and abundant, right? And passionate and fiery and creative, and also very in tune with his emotions, that he knows how to use them properly, how to wade through them and understand them so that he doesn't harm others, right? This is the most sort of balanced king of kings. Beautiful. Okay. Now for August. Oh. We get the Hierophant. And what I am seeing with this is, oh my goodness, this is an absolutely beautiful year ahead for us, okay? The Hierophant is somebody who can bring heaven here on earth. We've been given this gift from the cosmos, from heaven. And we have moved through the contemplation of it, and then the action of it, and then finally fusing it into bringing it here on earth, but also for others to be affected by. Now, this doesn't mean that this needs to be something that you have to be a creative person for, that you are sharing something in that way publicly or something like that. This can be something that has just changed you and who you are, because as we all change, we affect those around us. And you are going to be bringing this heavenly gift here on earth, this celestial gift here on earth, and making the world, sanctifying the world with this gift. Because you are able, you know exactly what to do with this gift. And you are doing it. And now, in, what month are we in? August. Jeez Louise. In August. Oh no, this isn't August, this is July. Hello, am I crazy? April, May, June, July. Oh, this is August. I'm crazy. I'm sorry. It's late. But now in August, the effects of this gift are finally being seen in the world. And they are changing the world around you. They are making the world a holier, more sacred place. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, now September. The King of Wands. Beautiful. More action-oriented, passion-oriented movement, right? This is you. You are finally going to feel fully seated in your passions, in your desires in September. You know how to take action. You know how to be a leader. And again, this doesn't mean it has to be in any sort of very big or public way, right? This just means in our life at the very basic, because in a lot of ways we are all leaders, even in, even if you live in a small town, we're all leaders in some ways. All of us are experts in the things that we are drawn to, right? I feel like you have become this expert at knowing how to make the beautiful visions, the beautiful gifts that the cosmos gives to you. You know how to make that manifest in this world. And now you get to feel fully seated in that creative, passionate, chasing your desires way. You are crowned. Okay. what's coming in October. Ooh, we're moving cards around a bit. King of Swords. This reading has so much. We have 3 kings out here, okay? This reading, we have the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the King of Swords now. And we have the King of Kings, the Emperor. We have so much action-oriented, that masculine. This is not a year for sitting on our hands, okay? This is a year, this is the fire horse year that we are going to be moving into. This is the year of us being crowned. Being crowned in this holy way, because we are finally aligned with our highest, like, spiritual selves, and we are aligned with who we are here on this earth. And the cosmos, the universe, has decided that now is the time that you are ready to be able to make this manifest into something so beautiful here on this earth. And the King of Swords for October. This is you mastering the ability to communicate about what it is that you are doing. I'm hearing some shrewdness too. I'm also hearing villain era. And here's the thing about entering your villain era. You don't need to be a bad guy to be in your villain era. But you will take no bullshit. Does this king look like he's going to take anybody's bullshit? Absolutely not. There is something very glimmering about the King of Wands. This is somebody who is very charismatic and passionate and able to sway people. You know, he's got riz. He's got that charisma. But having that also means that you do need to develop your discernment. And do you know what's beautiful about this is that we are so aligned this coming year that we are not the knights here. We are not the pages. We are the kings. We are the fully developed. You know, the kings and the queens are fully developed in their suit, in their element. And there is no bullshit that you are going to be taking about doing this, about bringing this beautiful thing into the world. People will always sort of naysay things that they don't understand at the beginning, that they don't know is actually a really good thing to be had in the world, until it's in practice. So, you know, keep to what it is that you know to be true. And what you know to be true is that you have birthed this gift into something that is a combination of the cosmos and you making this world a better place. I'm hearing in my head, I sowed seeds of love. And that's what you've done here. And everything else will always naysay love. Everything else will always try to tear love down. Because love is the most important and most impactful thing that we do here. And I don't just mean romantic love. I mean all of the love. The love of the land, the love of its people, the love of the sky and the trees and the mountains and the oceans. The love of every living thing and non-living thing that this earth is. The living of, you know, the love of the earth herself. We're sowing the seeds of love here. That is what this year is going to be. And we are not allowing anybody else to cut us down from our task, our holy and sacred task. And I'm seeing now too, saying that we see all these crowns on all of these kings and the emperor. You become a king because it is ordained by a higher power, right? Or so they said. But in this respect, in this way, you become king, you become queen, you become regent because a holy power has stepped in and granted that to you. So you must do what you can in order to protect what it is that you are meant to bring to this land that is yours, right? These people that are yours, you must protect them, and you must protect them, and you must bring love to everything you touch. And that means having those strong boundaries. So we have November coming out here. She wanted to come out real quick. We have Temperance. Balance. I'm seeing we have some water in here now. This water of okay, so there may be a situation in October where we do have to create those boundaries for ourselves, because as people see more and more some of the things that you were saying, whether it's again in a public way or not, but the more people hear about things and they don't understand and they are naysaying it, you put up those boundaries, but you also have to take care of yourself. You also put up those boundaries, but you make sure that you pour love back into yourself. You get together with the people who love you and see you in this holiness that you are, and get your cup filled. So always come back to balance in this. Okay. And finally, for December of 2026. All right, okay. We're getting in balance because we have the Seven of Wands here. And, what did I say about, we have the King of Wands here. The King of Swords. We have the King of Wands here, but we have the King of Swords here starting to build up your boundaries and not taking any bullshit. And then having this sort of restful refilling of your cup month of November, because in December there will be a bit of pushback against what it is you're trying to bring here. But you have the upper ground. You can knock all of those wands away with just your one wand, right? And in fact, you can fly away because you have been anointed with this beautiful, beautiful gift that you are bringing into the world. And it's hard to birth something new into the world. It's hard to birth something. It's so interesting. We're going from 2025, and all this just this death, right? It was the year of the snake, the year of shedding skin, of being renewed, but that skin is dead, right? And we're coming to the end of the year, and we're getting, I'm getting this message of birthing is messy and difficult, and you will be laid upon with obstacles. It's never easy. But you have the upper ground because you are working on this seed of love. And if you stay true to yourself and keep yourself in balance, and making sure that your cup is filled with all the love that you know is in your life, you'll get through it. I'm not worried at all for this. I'm not worried at all for December. And just as a sort of like how this could be like in your world, December's always a very busy month for a lot of people. We generally see family, that we don't see very often and stuff like that. So it could be something like that. They might know of the thing that you've been putting into the world since July. And they might naysay you, but it's fine. Because you know that this is a holy mission. What a beautiful reading. What a beautiful year ahead we have. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.